All right, here we are. I don't even know what week this is. 10? I think so, yep, 10. So he's been here 2.5 months. He came the middle of August, yep. And we are just starting to make progress in the round pen and free lunging and online. Online is much better because you can hold his hand. So we're just starting to make progress this week. We've had a couple of breakthroughs. We've filmed them. And this week, we had a breakthrough last Friday when we filmed, and you guys have seen that. And this week, every time I work with a horse, no matter where they are, whose horse they are, it could be mine or yours, we review. Every day we review. The review might take a few minutes. This is really important, you guys, in training and learning how to train yourself or train other people's horses. You have to review. And so reviewing shows you, okay, was that just a good day yesterday? Or it's like a barometer of your success or not. Or are there things that we need to, obviously today is not the same, right? There's a lot of inconsistencies. So we need to keep working on the same things until you no longer have inconsistencies. Often I get this question with my students in the Mastery membership. Well, I get it all the time. I mean, we've all felt this way. Wow, I have so many irregularities in my work with my horse. We have good days and bad days. Well, this is it. This is the black and white. That tells you that you haven't done what you're doing long enough or well enough. Until you can do it long enough and well enough, you're going to keep having those inconsistencies, you guys. And so you've got to make that commitment to developing your foundation. That's what a foundation's all about. Where, wow, man, we've worked through this level of training and learning or module in the program, and it's excellent. Oh, wow, we have such a strong base now and building blocks to move forward with, to build upon. And so for a horse like Mateo and many horses out there, it's taken 2.5 months. Now, granted, almost the first month that he was here, it was hot, he wasn't sweating, and I didn't want to move him out of his comfort, which was the stall in the paddock over there. I wanted him to stay more in the shade. I really wanted him to just relax, be a horse, get familiar. I didn't want to be moving him all over the place and just shaking him all up all the time, even if it was from there to here. He's not a spooky horse at all. He's a very thoughtful horse in every way. But if you have a really spooky horse, don't start changing up their environment constantly. Meaning, get you and the horse really strong together in your relationship and in the basics in their familiar environment, like the paddock or the stall and the paddock. There's so much you can do in a stall on a rainy day, on a freezing day. There's so much you can do with a horse that you can't even lead yet. You can develop all of that in a stall. Just got to be safe, and you have to know the building blocks, and that's what I teach. So for Mateo, this is typical pattern for horses that have just been totally traumatized at the free lunging, round penning, and online lunging, and driving. He's also pulls carriages. So it doesn't surprise me that it's taken this long to build his trust and confidence in me and in his own personal judgment of the situation. So often these horses check out. They're not thinking. They're not allowed to think. They're not taught how to think. So they don't even know how to rely on their own judgment. It's really deep, you guys. So part of what I teach, and I have been teaching him, there's many things, but one of the important things is how to start thinking. You can think. You need to be an active participant in this in order for us to have a healthy relationship and eventually a consensual partnership together. You have to think. You have to be engaged. You have to be present. You can't just keep going back and into past memory, which is a trigger, or just checking out completely and avoiding. And that's where it gets challenging for all of us, right? Oh my God, every time I ask my horse to participate, they flip out. That's to be expected. So much of this is to be expected, and you've got to know how to work through it because he hasn't been able to learn a thing until he can work through those triggers. And checking out is part of him avoiding because it's just so scary. He's so afraid. So this week he's starting to learn. And how do you know? Many ways. One, he's more relaxed, softer eye, he's more engaged, he's more connected to me, he's not trying to leave me, he's not panicking. So the more confident he becomes and the more relaxed he becomes in the work, he'll stay connected to me. And then he's starting to think. Then I'm able to actually start teaching him. So we're going to review this week, and then next week we're just going to keep reviewing and progressing until hopefully maybe next Friday we'll be able to show you guys him doing a really great free lunge at the walk, the trot, as well as the long line, the online lunging. So I'm going to keep him online because I have a lot of experience, and why take him offline when I know that he's not ready completely, he's not 100%. So there's that whole barometer system again, engaging. So in my experience working with thousands of horses and seeing a lot of patterns, that's okay if he lies down or rolls. I want to be able to go, yeah, you got to be about 90% okay and connected and confident before we start testing it more regularly, or you're going to end up, it's going to regress. You're going to end up backpedaling and spending more time. Oh my God, he's triggered again. How do I get him back? Don't even go there. Just keep building on the confidence and the trust and his ability to stay connected. Online, you can always take it up a notch, meaning you can put more pressure, ask for him to become more responsive via pressure. Like, yes, I need you connected to me now. Stay with me, and you're going to see some of that. But did you want to lie down? Oh, it's beautiful. That breeze is beautiful. You can, buddy. All right, so our in-hand is going well enough right now at this level. There's a lot more in-hand work that we will do, especially as we prepare for riding. And if he gets stuck with me when I'm on him and suppling him when I ride, then I will always go back to getting on the ground and working from there. And then testing. It's much easier. And it's just easier for the horse and you, and safer for both of you. Oh, you're such a sweet boy. Oh, you're such a sweet boy. It's nice to see how relaxed he is. The eye is so different now. It's not glazed over and hard. It's soft. There's blinking. He's very connected. He's not just standing here lifeless. So that's really important. Okay. So one of the hardest things for him still is backing up and leaving me. He's very relationship oriented by breed and by nature. But he's also been damaged. So every horse is going to feel safer next to you, especially as you develop the relationship. Oh, you're so dirty. Don't know if that's fungus or a bite in a scab. We'll have to give you a bath. So everything begins with the backup in my work. It's a big test. So let's see where he's at. With that, as we come to the middle, he's still hesitant with hooking on and staying hooked on. Good boy. So yeah, I mean, after all this time, it's time to start weaning him off from crowding me. I don't mind in the beginning when a horse needs a lot of reassurance and to feel safe and comfortable to crowd me and you know, love on me and come up and wrap themselves around me. That's all fine, but now we need to start pushing him out a little bit more and getting him more comfortable and confident away from us, because that's what's going to help this big lunge. Good boy. Good. Yep, there's our backup. Yep, could be a little more responsive. Yep, good boy. And I wish I could do less to get more, but this is better. He's not completely stuck and he's not reacting, which is excellent. It's a good boy. Are you going sleepy? All right, so I'm going to ask him out on the rail and at a walk, and we're going to go to the left. Yep, big. Yep, let's wake you up. Go on. Good boy. Good boy. That didn't upset him, which is excellent. Good boy, Mateo. We'll work our way to the rail. I'm just glad that he's relaxed, lowering his head He didn't panic. This week I've been able to correct him a couple of times, and he has not panicked.